boys, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we are back in some Forza Motorsport 7 for yet another tutorial. Now, before we get into the video, if you did enjoy that cinematic and you do enjoy this video, what you see in the video itself, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Channel is growing pretty quickly and I do appreciate it. Thank you so very much, everyone. Anyways, this tutorial obviously works on any car as long as you can paint it. I'm not sure if there are any cars in the game you can't paint. There might be like some weird buggy ones, but you know, you can paint pretty much every car. The Subaru is something I just threw together for demonstrational purposes. You have like a different colors of flakes, how it like reflects differently and all that stuff. So that is not like uploaded or anything. But this guy right here, the Volvo Polestar race car, that is uploaded, and I would appreciate it if you download that because I painted that. And that's like really good for my standards. So I'd appreciate it if you went over and downloaded that. Anyways, let's get right into today's tutorial. So for this tutorial, I will be using the Noble M600 as you can see right now on your screen. First thing you're going to want to do is load into the paint editing menu and then select apply decals. Now from here, you're going to make a square as large as the entire side of the car. Obviously, you want to select the color and go to size. You're just going to want to make it super big. It doesn't have to be the exact size, so I'd recommend just going until you get to like 500 by 500 or something stupid like that, because that's going to cover up 100% all parts of the car. Some cars have this weird, some cars are weird in the way that their paint works, so I'd just recommend making it extra large. Once your decal is ridiculously large, what you're going to do is go and fine tune the color. You can see like I'm lightening the blue, making it absolutely perfecto, you know. Once you have the color exactly how you'd like it, you're going to head over to occupancy or opacity, depending on your origins, whatever. You're going to set the percent to like 85. You can see right now I have 85. I'm cutting and pasting that to all sides of the car. Now when doing this, you want to be sure you only apply one copy to each side, so you don't have, for example, two squares, because then you're going to have over 100%, which means you're not going to get any flake whatsoever. So essentially, this is letting the what this is doing is letting the paint from underneath shine through the decals, because the blue is technically a decal, even though when you're out in like the menus, it just looks like the car is a blue car. Once you have your color applied to all sides, you can see just what I was saying earlier, how the paint from underneath shines through the car. So this is technically like a blue carbon fiber. You have like blue chrome and all that stuff. What you're going to want to do is head over to the Prismacolor, I believe is what they are. I believe they are called the Prismacolors. They're the black and the white. You're going to want to head over to the black. The black like darkens the blue on my car, which is what I was going for. If your car is better suited with the white and that's the color scheme you're going for, it will have the same effect. It's just not what I was looking for in this particular paint job. So as I said, I am selecting the black Prismacolor, but if you like the white and it better suits the tones and the hues and all that stuff you're going for, the white will work just the same. It's just white base as opposed to black base. So you can see I'm selecting the black, and from here what you're going to want to do is head in and change the mirrors, the wheels, all of that stuff to however you want it really. Obviously the mirrors don't look too good in that in the dank flaky Prismacolor color. So what I did is I threw on carbon fiber, I tinted the windshield, and then I also made the wheels black. Now you can see I am using a different method for painting my rims black. Instead of just heading into the normal colors and selecting black, what I always do if I want them to be black, I go to special colors and I select the aluminum. Now you want the polished aluminum. It looks just like chrome, as you can see right here. And then I go ahead, hit X, and move that all the way down. Now, not necessarily all the way down, but you can see I'm running like 40 to 60%, whatever it is on your specific wheel. But that gives it this nice black chrome effect that looks so very good. Now I do recommend doing this in aluminum as opposed to chrome. With the chrome, it goes like kind of glitchy and turns invisible-ish, which I guess you could do that too if you want like invisible rims. But I want my rims to like really pop in the sunlight and look very good, you know, nice rims, you know. Now back to the original method of painting here. You can't really see the flake and, you know, you can't really see all the flake and whatnot from that paint menu, so what I recommend doing is heading back into the decal editor, and you can see all the reds, the greens. It won't look that way in free roam or in races and whatever, It will look similar, but you won't see as much of the red and the green. It'll just look like a flake. So you can see I was a little dissatisfied with the 85% on the top, so I turned it down to 75. Now, I wouldn't recommend going much below 70. Once you get below that 70 mark, it turns into like the black or the white, depending on if you're using the black-based or the white-based flake. You can see I'm at like 20% there, and it's like a black car with a blue sticker. Like, you can tell exactly what's going on, but once, like 65, like that looks alright. But, you know, I'd recommend staying 70 or above. And you're not really going to see anything. The Subaru on the purple, it really didn't have that much flake. And that's because I was running like 90% on that, so you couldn't really tell. Now, obviously, if you want more than just a blue car, you are perfectly fine to throw on decals. You can see I'm throwing on this little nice Nyan cat that you should download from my storefront. Obviously, if you want to have like a racing livery with this as a base, it's going to add a lot more detail to the paint. It's going to make it look a lot better than just a standard blue car. So that's really what this is used for. If you want to run just a basic blue car with some flake, that's great. But if you're like a Forza painter and you're not doing this, I would recommend incorporating it into your cars. It really like adds depth and it adds another detail to the paint, which I think is really cool. And hopefully I see more of these on the storefront, because obviously this isn't a work of art or anything. But with stickers and whatnot on top of the blue, it's just going to look really good. Now, when you are editing them, make sure the blue is at the very back of the decal list, because obviously you don't want to be putting decals under the blue and then be disappointed when they don't show up, because they won't. Once you've painted the car and you're satisfied with it, go ahead, save it, and then you can view it in your garage. Now, when you're looking at it in your garage, you won't really be able to tell that it's the flake, but trust me, when you get out on the track, you'll be very satisfied with the glimmer and the shine. This really brings out the angles and the aggressiveness in a lot of cars. With the Noble, it's very angular and it's very mean. The Noble is actually a really interesting car and probably a pretty good example for this tutorial. So it has lots of like very swooping curves, nice round parts, but it's also super angular and aggressive. It's actually quite interesting. But the flake really brings out a lot of those contours and makes it quite interesting. So you can see I do have other paints on the Super Trofeos, both Huracan and Gallardo. And I also have that Volvo paint. I'd appreciate it if you guys go and download those. I do appreciate it so very much. I do want to get Legendary Painter. Also, if you add my storefront on Forza 7 and Forza Horizon 3, you're going to be able to see all of my paints. And I don't upload a paint unless I really like it, so chances are you're going to like it too. And obviously I'm not uploading things like this, because this is super easy to do yourself, as opposed to the Volvo when it took me like 15 hours to paint. So anyways, boys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out some more on the channel. I do truly hope you enjoyed, and getting back to that daily content. Let's go, boys. See you in the next one. Peace out and have a wonderful day. Peace. Mess that up again. So we are back, obviously, because you already knew that. My hand's really shaky, I'm sorry.